This is Bruce 4 video on clarification of trust. I'm going to give a brief introduction on what a trust is. A trust is a legal relationship that arises between a trustee and a beneficiary, in which the trustee holds property in benefit of another person known as beneficiary.
All right, thank you very much. Have a nice
Right.
day. Classification of trust according to the object of trust.
So under classification of trust according to object of trust, there are two trusts: private trust and public trust. Private trust is trust created for the benefit of certain people or for a specific certain people. And public trust is trust created for the benefit of the public at large or for a reasonable portion of the public.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Classification of trust by mode or method of creation. It can be divided into two. There is the express trust and there is the implied trust. The express trust is one that is created by the settlor either orally or through writing. The intention of the settlor is expressed clearly. And we have the implied trust. The implied trust is one that is not created either orally or by writing, but is inferred by the law, and it is created by the conduct or the circumstances of the parties. It is divided into two. We have the resulting trust and we have the constructive trust.
There are three methods of creating express trust. Number one, declaration of trust inter vivos by the settlor. Number two, conveyance of property to trustee inter vivos. And lastly, disposition of property to trustee by will. Thank you. What are the types of express trust?
There are 4 types of express trust: private trust, public trust, fixed trust, and discretionary trust. Private trust. A private trust is a trust that is created solely for the benefit of at least one natural person or corporate individual. A public trust is created solely for the benefit of charity. A fixed trust is created for beneficiaries or class of beneficiaries whereby they ascertained and entitled in equity to the trust income, and the trust income is ascertained from the terms of the trust. Discretionary trust. In a discretionary trust, the discretion of the trustee is absolute, and therefore the trustee may apply the trust income to for charitable purposes or to beneficiaries.
All right, you're done, right?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Well.
Go. Implied trust. Implied trust is a type of trust that arises from the conduct and intention of parties or circumstances of the case. Implied trust can be divided into two. We have the resulting trust and constructive trust. Resulting trust is a type of trust that occurs when a property in trust reverts back to its original owner. When either the express trust fails, the beneficial interest of the party is exhausted, or the conveyance of property to the trust is written in another name. Constructive trust is a type of trust that happens in order to prevent unjust enrichment of other parties, as seen in the case of Kotoye versus Saraki.
One of the following circumstances by which a resulting trust may arise is where an express trust fails or become impracticable to perform. In the case of boys versus boys, the trust created failed and became impracticable to perform because the wordings of the trust was that the elder sister should pick a house of her choice before the younger sister. Unfortunately, the elder sister died before selecting the house of her choice. Because elder, the trust will revert back to the testator.
Where the beneficial interest under an express trust in the property is not fully disposed of or exhausted, you can add a case.
Okay. I would like to explain that point with the case. The Rehoboth Trust Fund case, where Dr. Habot had 2 deaf daughters, and before he died, it created a trust fund for them. But by 1889, the trust fund was already exhausted. Then Dr. Fawcett, who is one of his friends, and his other friends decided to create a trust fund for these daughters, and he also opened a fund, it's a subscribership fund where community members could add to that fund so that the girls could maintain their lodgings in Cambridge. But then by 1899, both daughters were already dead, but the trust fund was not exhausted yet. Then the court decided that the trust fund should result back to the people who contributed and subscribed for that particular fund, and that was how a resulting trust was created.
All right, thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Resulting trust arises when the property was purchased or conveyance was done in the name of another person. The person whom the property was purchased with his name holds the legal title, while the person who has lost the money have the resulting trust.
Madu versus Madu. Mrs. Madu, the appellant, applied to obtain land in Abuja in her name, but requested her husband to help her for process and application. And Mrs. Madu advanced the purchase money, but instead, the land registration was done in husband's name. Court held that because Mrs. Madu is the one that advanced the money, he holds the resourcing trust.
In conclusion, the classification of trust is more than just a theoretical exercise. It's a vital framework for understanding how equity breathes life into property rights, whether it can be found in the explicit intentions found in express trust, or even the remedial nature of constructive trust. Each category serves as a distinct purpose in protecting beneficiaries' rights and ensuring justice. This is Before. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and comment on our video. Thank you.